It's 7:41. Are you looking for ways to meet new people, want to be more successful in business or your personal life? Here are 3 words for you. Learn to flirt. A good flirt can build that important instant rapport even with a stranger. Today we begin a 4-part series on flirting. Each day for the rest of the week we'll take a volunteer and with a little coaching turn them into an expert flirt. Here's how we got the idea.
I'll whisper you what to say. She may hear. Shh. Call her. Roxanne. Roxanne.
The idea isn't a new one. In fact, it goes back to the 17th century when a poet with a sizable snout named Cyrano helped a soldier win over a lady.
You do not love me anymore.
No, not anymore. I love you evermore. And evermore and more.
A little better.
But this is the 90s, so instead of a balcony, we chose a popular espresso bar in New York City. We wired up our modern-day soldier, Kevin, with a wireless microphone and a small earpiece. Hiding in the kitchen was our Cyrano, flirting coach Fran Greene, whose job was to whisper sweet nothings into Kevin's ear. Fran led off with a little pep talk.
Be you and be real, and you're going to do great. Okay. And I'll be right here with you. All right? I'll talk to you. I won't stop.
Okay. Thanks.
Finally, Kevin got up the courage to mingle.
So let's have another cup of coffee, and let's have another piece of pie.
I think she's looking towards you.
Are you a Zeppelin fan? Are you a Zeppelin fan? Page and Plant did a record together. So they did that Unleaded on MTV. Right. Did you see that?
Right.
They did a record with it, too.
Oh, right. Good.
I'm not a Zeppelin fan, but they get more press about it.
At one point, Kevin spots an attractive woman, but doesn't know how to make his move.
There's a woman behind me who's got this intense leer on her face. How do we get to her?
What about if you said you're looking for your keys, and if you want to get the guy away, maybe bother him a lot?
Oh, I think I left my keys in this chair. I was sitting here earlier. Can I just check the chair real quick?
Oh, good. Pick up the cushion. Great. Perfect. Great.
Wouldn't you... I'm just going to look at my keys. You haven't seen any keys around, have you?
And another woman walks out of Kevin's life. But eventually, his perseverance pays off. He positions himself and slowly makes his approach. Okay, very slowly. So he's a little nervous. Let's fast forward a bit.
Is the hot chocolate at least good? Is the hot chocolate at least good? Really? You come here a lot for hot chocolate?
Any recommendations for any of their good sandwiches?
You ever had any of the food here? You don't remember. Must not have been that good.
No, all the food is so weird here.
It's all, I mean, it's got some weird foods here. Pecan tart, chocolate amaretto bunts. When I think of bundt cakes, I think of those commercials. With the cream in them.
I love the way you laugh at the things I say.
I don't know what to get. I'm not that hungry. I have a little bit hungry.
We let Christine in on what we were doing and asked her how Kevin rated as a flirt.
Sweet potatoes.
He just made me feel really comfortable because he was just starting a conversation, 2 people sitting there, just having a conversation. He said it was really nice to talk to him. He was just really good. He was really good. Had me fooled.
The coach.
She was really good.
Kevin Curtis, of course, was our brave volunteer, and Fran Greene, who teaches a class on flirting at the Learning Annex in New York City, was his very competent coach. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Now, Kevin, we were watching this piece earlier today in the makeup room. We all said, he's really cute. He doesn't need a coach. Do you just feel uncomfortable flirting or approaching women?
Wait, before I do that, I want to give you this flower.
Oh, you're learning.
This is for you.
Thank you, Kevin.
No, I don't feel uncomfortable flirting. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a real easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You just go in there and talk. So.
I noticed that you didn't use every line that Fran
Well, some
suggested.
of them just weren't me.
I love the way you laugh at everything I say. Fran, give me a break.
I think sometimes you need to be a little outrageous and a bit inventive, and I think Kevin did a superb job.
Yeah. What makes a good flirt, Fran?
I think it's feeling comfortable with yourself, having a good time, being playful, having a sense of humor. It's making the other person feel good, feel special, having an engaging smile, the way you're smiling right now, Katie.
Oh, I'm not flirting with you either. Okay, yeah.
And it's putting the other person at ease and just really having a terrific time.
That's what made it easy in the coffee shop, too, because I knew there was no pressure. All I had to do was just go out and talk, you know, make somebody feel good. So when all the pressure was off, it was real easy.
What did you learn from the experience?
Well, I guess it just reiterated in my head that it's not about, you know, getting a phone number and, you know, that goal thing. It's about just making somebody feel good. So with that made it easier.
I guess you learned how to deal with rejection, too, didn't you, Kevin?
That's part of it, though.
Yeah, a couple of times those girls just blew you off, basically.
All right.
I'd like to comment about that because I think it's more perseverance. And also, another way of looking at it instead of rejection is the person is really doing you a favor and is telling you rather quickly, I'm not interested in you, and is really not wasting your time. So I think for Kevin, it was a real motivator. It moved him quickly. He got off the dime, and he said, there's somebody else out there for me, and he did not let it get him down.
We talked about what makes a good flirt. What makes a bad flirt?
I think somebody who is trying to seduce somebody, someone who's trying to manipulate, someone who's not being honest, and somebody who gets into a power play. If my goal in flirting is to make you feel good, I have to make you feel special and engage you to me and not make me be top dog and have body language that really is going to put you off and make me be somebody who's rather aggressive and aloof.
And Kevin was talking about people who are very goal-oriented. A lot of times you can pick up when the goal they have in mind is one goal,
right.
if you catch my drift.
And you can feel it. And I tell people in my classes, trust your instincts.
Now, you think married people need to probably relearn how to flirt, is that right?
Absolutely. You need to keep romance alive. You need to make your mate feel special and do the kinds of things that came much more naturally when you were dating the other person. I mean, I think Kevin giving you the flower, I think a spouse can give.
I'm married, Kevin,
I
sorry.
know. I heard.
And I also think winking, a sense of touch, touching someone, having a wonderful handshake. I think all those kinds of things make people feel very special.
See, and she wanted me to do that in the coffee shop. She wanted to touch her hand. It was all that would made me uncomfortable. I couldn't quite do it. I wasn't that comfortable of surroundings for me to do something like that.
Another thing that happened, one of the things I said to him was, I'd like you to move over into the seat closer to her. And Kevin did not do it, which told us that he felt uncomfortable. Afterwards, when we spoke to Christine, she said she would have appreciated that, and it would have been flattery. So sometimes, if
I would have learned that. I wouldn't have done that.
Sometimes we think we're being intrusive, but instead we're really making the other person feel welcomed.
I can take that extra step.
Yeah. Now, did you ever see Christine again after that? Why
They
not?
wouldn't give me the phone number.
Well, better luck next time. Well, you were a great sport to do this, Kevin, and you had a great time. Were you tempted to say, hey, tell her she looks really ugly in that sweater just to goof on him?
Well, I thought the things that I was doing was pretty outrageous.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to overwhelm him. And I loved working with him.
Thanks.
He was great.
Oh, that's great. Well, so nice to meet you both, and thanks so much for going along with this. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
We had a great time. Thank you.
Good. And in our next half hour, speaking of flirting, someone I'd like to flirt with, we're going to catch up with Robert Redford. But first, this is Today on NBC.